just sold my potions by accident.
Alright, so how much trouble are you in?
As we ascend.
Deals and bargains, bargains and deals. No.
Yep, I did sell my potions by accident.
Looking for it.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we're back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish. Excuse me, sorry, the Mighty Battle Lizard. How is everyone doing today? We are back with the Deadlands DLC, and hopefully the last stream of the Deadlands DLC, maybe. Just depends on how things go. I'm sending out the invitations real quick, so just bear with me for just a moment while I get those sent out to the people who are likely to show up. Wow, 6 years ago is when I finished my Fire of the Wedlock. That was a long time ago. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by talking to Renkilis here.
As we ascend the summit, know that I can protect you from the worst of the lightning and the wind shears, provided you do not stray too far from my side. As for any other threats, you will need to deal with those of your own accord.
What other threats are you expecting us to face?
The dangers of the Deadlands are numerous, mortal. Have you not determined that by now? Arkanaz Novkroz will have his minions out in force. He may have been ordered to assist Sister Seldina, but he will look for every opportunity to displace her.
Displace her?
You try to interpret Daedric actions through mortal understanding. I have seen the mortals of Wretched Spire do the same thing. It leads to all sorts of trouble. Novkroz will seek to discredit and undermine Seldina even as he works to assist her.
Okay. Time to climb the summit. Wish us luck, Lyrith. Yeah, if you stay inside the green, you're fine. And he won't move if you stop moving, so that's important. You have to keep moving forward. It's kind of hard to do it. Like, honestly, I prefer just to like run ahead of him and just dodge the stuff myself. I don't recommending this if you're not very familiar with the game, especially doing like dungeons and stuff where you have to use dodge mechanics. Yeah, he does kind of run to keep up, but it's not really the same.
Using the natural defenses of this place to protect them. Probably Novkroz's idea.
Oh, sweet. I was wondering when I was going to get that today.
I used to soar above this peak. Nothing troubled my true form.
Of course it didn't, because you were Aarox the Mutilator.
Knockfrost came this way. Passage. Knockfrost went this way.
Passage to Enoch Summit.
In here. Hurry.
Hey, Krez, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, my friend? I'm doing great.
No, Knockfrost's nose off.
We're following your Daedrat?
Knockfrost is gone. Curse him. Master, I smell blood. Mortal blood. It seems I have a very strong nose in this puny form. I smell Knockfrost as well. He was here. I am certain of it.
Nice. Good luck with that. I know it's a lot of work. Tell me more. Tell me about the mortal blood.
Oh, freshly spilled, Master. A mortal died here not long ago. We should look around and see what tale this place can tell us about those who ascend to the summit.
What do you mean,
Travelers
Aarox?
can be dead mortals pay little attention to where they leave their bodies or the things they carry. Very untidy. Selfish of them, really. Daedra avoid that by simply not dying. Usually.
Alright, let's look around.
Search the cave, Master. A mortal died nearby. I smell magic, too. Dark and strange.
I do not take orders from a Daedrat.
Sometimes it's tricky to get that twisted rod there.
Twisted rod. That's what I smelled. It must be important.
I've seen only a few dead mortals during our stays in Wretched Spire. But it's obvious that this cultist died recently. I do not need the nose of a Daedrat to smell freshly spilled blood. What did you find?
A key of some sort. It's covered in runes.
Let me see. This key is not familiar to me, but it might prove useful. A way into the waking flame there, perhaps? Careless of them to let some weakling walk about with it. Or for Varkanaz Novkroz to leave it behind, unless he had no need of it.
What do you think happened here?
We saw that Novkroz directed his underlings Jind and Zainwaz to question Waking Flame cultists about the Cataclysm device. I believe this cultist met the same fate. But seizing a captive on Sister Seldina's doorstep... Novkroz grows bold.
Do you know what this twisted rod might be used for?
It's unimportant. Whatever power it once held has been expended. The Daedrat might sniff and paw at it, but if the rod had a purpose, Novkroz would not have left it behind. Collect your pet. We should get to the summit.
I'll talk to Aarox. Yeah, and Krez, you'll really like Aarox the Mutilator. He's like one of the best characters in the game.
Just like home.
Hey, Aarox.
There is nothing defective about my hearing, Master, or my curiosity. The Blade Bearer is wrong to dismiss me with such contempt. I am Aarox the Mutilator. Have I not proved myself useful, Master?
Yes, you have. We need to reach the summit now.
As you wish, Master. The day will come when I fall upon your enemies like a burning thunderbolt and lay 100 blackened skulls at your feet. Let us see if the Blade Bearer sneers at Aarox then.
See what I mean? It's like 100 blackened skulls. It's a very specific gift. Hop into my packs, Aarox.
As you command.
The creature is stowed? Then let us move.
I would be more careful the way you talk about Aarox the Mutilator. Actually, something I was wanting to double check. Because they said they were going to add Aarox to the Crown Store. I haven't actually looked to see if he's there yet. He'd be in furniture if he's there. Because for some reason, they put house guests as furniture, which is, you know, a lot of pent-up anger. Well, to be fair, he was turned into a Daedrat by a traitor, so, I mean, yeah, he has a lot of pent-up rage to get out.
Remember, mortal, do not range too far from me, else I cannot protect you from the summit's elements.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I've really come to like the little lightning shock ability.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap. They're coming for us.
A wind gate. Effective for blocking narrow places. See if the key you found by the dead mortal is of any use here.
Windgate. Ah, my true form could tear through it with ease. Very good, Master. Not as good
portal?
as tearing it down and stomping it to rubble,
Curse it.
but still.
Our enemies have already fled.
Where is the Dagonist temple? What exactly did the Mad Seer tell you, mortal? Did he lie?
Oh, Lyrith is mad.
Claus used that portal, Master. His scent lingers.
I don't think Elagian lied. The Riven Cataclysm must be beyond that portal.
Tell me again, mortal. What exactly did Elagian say to you when you asked about the Riven Cataclysm?
He said we could find the Riven Cataclysm by going to Antronarch's summit.
If that portal leads to wherever the Cataclysm waits, then Elagian spoke true. We will not know until we use it, however. I sense that the portal connects to Nirn. Moreover, it contains a ward meant specifically for me. I dare not step through.
What kind of word?
Sister Seldina and the Waking Flame have attempted to neutralize me before. They warded this portal with a spell that will unravel my current body. Remember, I cannot die. Not like you. But I can be inconvenienced by the process of reformation.
There's no way to remove the ward?
Perhaps, but it would take time we do not have. You must serve as my eyes, little mortal. Find the Cataclysm, examine it, remember everything you see. Then do whatever you feel is necessary. Take the Anchorite. I'll send Rinkias through shortly.
I'll go to find the Riven Cataclysm.
We suspect the Riven Cataclysm waits through that portal, but we cannot be sure. If you find it, deal with its guardians and do what you must until I can join you. If this is a trap, do your best to survive and then return to me in the Deadlands.
Will you be safe here on your own?
You do not need to concern yourself with my safety, little mortal. Besides, the Blade Bearers who remain have a reputation that is well earned. We will be able to handle most anything that comes after us.
What will you do? What do you want me to do if I find the Cataclysm?
I would much prefer to examine an intact Cataclysm. If I cannot dispel the ward, I will simply travel to Nirn and find you. It will just take time. Deal with Sister Seldina and the Waking Flame as you must, but do not destroy the Cataclysm.
The Cataclysm threatens Fargrave and Nirn. Shouldn't I destroy it?
There are things I still need to learn, mortal. If you feel you must destroy it, then do as I ask and examine it first. Tell me everything you see. But if the danger is not immediate, leave it intact so I may study it directly.
If I examine it, what am I looking for exactly?
Anything that stands out. Better if you can find notes or bring me a piece of the device. Whatever will help me understand how it somehow transforms Daedra, who are supposed to be unchangeable, eternal. Now go.
Take the Anchorite and go, mortal.
Never been to Nirn.
will follow after I
Let's
give
go,
the blade
Master.
bearers their instructions and
Frost must
confer
feel
with
the
Lyra.
wrath of my teeth and claws.
Fort Grief.
So this is Nurse? It's so different.
It's good to be back on Nern again.
We are blade bearers, you Daedalus fools! Free us now! Ringcars? Our kin! They feed them through a device beneath the
Free them,
citadel.
mortal. Report, Hadri. What is this place?
They call it Fort Grief. Valkanar's Knockfrost's minions captured us near Jin's foundry and turned us over to the Waking Flame. They brought us here.
Mortal, I will escort my kin back to the portal. Press on and free any other blade bearers you encounter.
You can make it. Keep moving.
I'd know that stink anywhere.
Over there. More cages.
Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Not to your damn machine.
We won't let you feed us to your device.
These mortals are allies, Dothas. Tell them what you know of this place.
Blade bearers do not bother with mortals. Even those a wretched spire we barely tolerate. But if Rinkaius commands it, I will treat you as an ally. This device they call the Cataclysm. It is an abomination.
Tell us what happened to you.
We tracked our first group of missing blade bearers to Kinmarcher Jin's foundry. When Knockfrost gave our king to the Waking Flame mortals, we followed them to a Nighthawk summit. That's where Knockfrost's blood adepts captured us.
And they brought you here?
Yes, bound like Ogrim waiting for the torturer's lash. The mortal leader, Sister Saldina. Knockfrost stood beside her like a trained clanfear. They took our kin to the citadel, to their Cataclysm device. They use our essence to fuel the infernal thing.
What do you mean they use your essence? We thought the Cataclysm transforms Daedra into incarnates.
I heard the cultists talking. Apparently early versions of the Cataclysm used a single Daedra and transformed them into some sort of living disaster. But this version, the Riven Cataclysm, it drains the essence from many Daedra, leaving nothing behind.
And that's bad?
Mortals, you know nothing. They use the collected essences to create a single powerful incarnate. The essences overwhelm the recipients, erasing them, remaking them. They become a mindless force of destruction. Meanwhile, the drained ones die.
I thought Dremora can't die.
Normally we cannot, but with our essence drained, nothing remains to return to oblivion. Nothing to reform. You need to know. They have another stronghold, a place called Deadlight. But if you seek the Riven Cataclysm, it's in the fort's citadel.
Alright.
Mortal,
They already responded.
into the citadel. I will follow once my kin are safe.
Yeah, switching over to that ability was a very good idea.
Metal. Maybe I should have joined the
Mortals.
buoyant armigers.
I escorted my kin to safety. Now let us find the Riven Cataclysm and punish our foes.
You do not command here, Nokvraz. I take no orders from you.
Sister Seldina and Nokvraz, they're in the chamber below.
Technically they're right across from us, but still.
But Lord Dagon has no further need. Intruders, stop them!
You lie. You cannot create a heart without me.
Do not think so. No matter. I am God's ordered man.
You were fools to think you could stop us.
I am leaving, Seldina. I am done with you.
Then go. Lord Dagon will reward my devotion. You'll see. Intruders? Good. You will fall before the power of my newest incarnate. Destroy them, my beautiful creation.
The Incarnate's drawing power from the Cataclysm. I'll try to stop the flow. There must be a switch or something.
There. Those look vulnerable.
Betcha.
Take shelter under my shield.
Who hides behind that mask?
The Cataclysm is healing that thing.
You cannot defeat disaster incarnate.
My shield will protect you.
I'll figure out something. How do I stop this damn contraption?
Howard's taking control of the Cataclysm. That's not possible.
My shield will protect you.
Might help if I remember which one was still the one that was still up.
My shield will protect you.
How can they get moved? I think I can release
I met you.
I'll kill you all for this affront.
Quick, my friend! Destroy the core!
Don't talk to Mary. Takes out a hammer and just like jumps and smashes the sword.
Ring.
Yeah, Lyra's not going to be happy that we
It
smashed
took
the...
a while, but I finally determined your location and opened that portal. Come, mortal. Tell me all that transpired. Once the Blade Bearers appeared and told me about Fort Grief, it only took a short time to ascertain your exact location and open a portal. This seemed like a safe enough place to regroup. Now, tell me what transpired. Did you
We
find
had to
the
stop...
Riven Cataclysm?
We had to destroy the Riven Cataclysm to stop Sister Caldina's storm incarnate.
You had to. Before I could examine it? Did you at least take a close look at the device? Or bring back any of its component parts for me to study?
We were sort of busy fighting for our lives, and both Veltnez, Nakarov, and Sister Caldina got away.
So we have nothing? Nothing I can investigate? No one I can interrogate? I am disappointed, mortal. Now I must start all over again.
Not necessarily. Bladebringer Doris said they had another stronghold, a place called Deadlight.
Deadlight? That name is familiar. A lost realm somewhere in Oblivion. We need to return to Fargrave. Make inquiries. Locate this hidden place. Meet me at Madame Wim's, little mortal. Perhaps my investigations will yield answers after all.
I'll meet you in Fargrave at the House of Whims.
Blade bearers, scour the Deadlands for signs of the
Master, show Liren the twisted rod. It's important, I'm sure of it.
It's going to take a moment for her to load in. I apologize. It's not as busy as it was up here, but... Where are you, Lyra? Oh, they are.
I assumed we'd find answers here in Fargrave. Some way to salvage the opportunity denied me at Fort Grief. But no. Even Madam Wim seems at a loss as to the location of Deadlight.
Maybe this will help. We found this twisted rod in a cave at Outernock Summit.
Let me see. It contains a dormant enchantment of some sort. It feels unpleasant. And the magic, it smells like your Daedrat. I will keep the rod and study it as time permits. Unfortunately, I do not think it is related to Sister Seldina.
So how do we find this hidden rod or realm called Deadlight?
I'm not sure yet, but the answer will become clear soon enough. I should not have gotten angry, little mortal. You have helped me a great deal, and you certainly helped Fargrave and Nirn by destroying the Riven Cataclysm. Take this as a recompense. The secrets I seek rest with Sister Seldina. She still has the means to create more cataclysms, so the danger to Fargrave and Nirn remains. We must ascertain the location of Deadlight, and this hidden stronghold the Blade Bearers heard mentioned.
Do you have any idea how we can learn the location of Deadlight?
Everything I know about Deadlight is rumor and conjecture. It is a plane that suffered some great cataclysm in the ancient past. A realm forgotten and lost to time. I had hoped that Madam Wim would know more, but she claims the place is a mystery.
Rinkilus was sending his blade bearers to scour the Deadlands for Sister Caldina.
Interesting. The Blade Bearer clan scouts are indeed competent. Perhaps they can find the trail where we have thus far turned up nothing. Very well. Find Rinkaius and see what he has learned. Meanwhile, I have my own research to conduct.
I'll speak to Rinkaius about finding Deadlight and the cult's stronghold.
I asked Rinkaius to meet us here in Fargrave. You should find him in the Plaza of Portals. See if his scouts learned anything useful, or if he requires your assistance. In the meantime, I have investigations of my own to attend to.
Can you tell me about your investigations?
Much of what I study is beyond the limits of your mortal comprehension. But I suppose you have earned some insight into my grand purpose. I plan to study the twisted rod you gave me. I also want to ask the Anchorite about the events at Fort Grief.
Yeah, at Fort Grief, Sister Caldina and the Volcanons have been kind of falling out.
Did you not see that coming? I'm surprised they remained allies for as long as they did. Valkanaz Nokvraz obviously hated providing support to a mortal, and Sister Seldina clearly despised having Daedric oversight.
Does that mean we don't have to worry about the Valkanaz anymore?
Certainly not. Nokvraz was attempting to figure out how to build his own cataclysm, you do recall. But we should strike at the waking flame while it is in disarray. Find their hidden stronghold, learn what I require, and then do what you must.
Do you think the twisted rod can become important?
Any tool can find a purpose in the correct hand. I sense dormant magic within the rod. And something about the energy reminds me of your Daedrat.
Arax thinks does think the rod is important.
He does he? Interesting. We have seen that the Daedrat's senses are highly attuned. Perhaps there is more to the rod than I originally suspected. I will study it and see what I can learn.
What do you want to ask the Anchorite?
Both Rinkaius and the Anchorite mentioned how she disrupted the Cataclysm's power, giving you the opportunity to defeat the Incarnate and destroy the machine. She claims not to know how she accomplished that. Perhaps I can help her understand.
You're not going to hurt her, are you?
I only want to hear her story. Ask her questions. She has indicated that when she tries to access her forgotten memories, the mask causes some amount of discomfort. But I will not personally inflict any harm upon her. Do you not trust me, mortal?
Of course not. That would be remiss if I trusted you.
So
Sorry, I was just thinking. Ever since we returned from Fort Grief, I've been having strange visions. More forgotten memories bubbling to the surface. At least, I hope that's what it is. Some mortals who linger in Fargrave for too long go insane.
Do you want to talk about these new memories?
Twice now, something triggered a return of memory. First when the Collector examined my mask, and then when I disrupted the Cataclysm. But I just see fragments. Nothing clear or precise. Funny, but I think the amulet has something to do with it.
The amulet was that the old seer Ilgian gave you?
Yes. Whatever I did to the Cataclysm, and it was me, I'm certain of that, even if I don't understand how. It also charged the amulet. Like what happens to a Lucent when you place it in a Dynamis font. Except this energy draws out my memories.
Can you tell me about what you're remembering?
As I said, fragments. Glimpses of clarity in a haze of forgotten moments. I feel loneliness. I see a dark, enclosed space. A flash of blinding light. Nothing very useful or definitive, I'm afraid. Maybe Lyranth can help me make sense of it.
Maybe.
Rincaius, we found it.
Report, what have you uncovered?
You were correct. The mortal Daganists have broken with Vulcanar's Nokvraz. They retreat to a hidden stronghold in Deadlight.
Where is Lyranth, mortal? As you heard, the Blade Bearers have found Sister Seldina and her cultists. The Waking Flame has nowhere left to run.
You found their stronghold? You found Deadlight?
I forced a cultist to tell me about Deadlight. It's a broken realm, apparently destroyed by Mehrunes Dagon eons ago. He gave it to the cult and they built a stronghold there. A clever hiding place. But the portal to the realm requires a special key.
Tell me about where this place is located.
That we have not yet determined. But I have a plan. You must follow one of the groups of cultists, trail them to the portal, and take their key. If the portal key works like the keys to Fargrave, you'll also need the code to operate it.
Alright, I'll go to the Deadlands and track the group of cultists. What about you?
We will search for more cultists. Here, the locations my scouts found in the Deadlands. I suggest you start in the Sever. Find a key in the portal and we'll rendezvous before the assault begins. And take the Daedrat with you. His smell offends me.
Thank you.
Let us find these mortal cultists and finish with them, Master. Then we can wreak vengeance on the traitorous Nokvraz.
Sister Khaldin first. We'll deal with Volkrez soon enough.
As you say, Master. I remain in your debt and will do as you command. My nose will guide us. My rage will drive us. And my fury will freeze the cultists in their tracks. Let us hunt, Master.
Alright, I'm gonna go wash my face real quick. I will be right back. I'll probably grab a drink too and see if the hell's waking me up because I'm kind of getting a little sleepy. I'm only 40 minutes into the stream. Alright, I've returned. Sorry for that delay. Streambot finally reported I was streaming. That was a while ago. Alright, let's get moving. Thank you, sir. It's good to be back. Alright, we're going to go to the server. The Deadlands. Oh, did you see that Miniature Nerd finished his Fallout 4 You Only Live Once playthrough? Yeah, he finished it, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before last. Last week he started a new series in Fallout New Vegas called Utter Chaos, where he has a mod it's called New Vegas Random World. Every single door has been shuffled, so when you open a door, it doesn't take you to where it's originally supposed to. It could take you literally through any other door in the Mojave Desert. Yeah, it's really good. If you get a chance, I'd sit down and watch it. It's like really fun. And he's gonna do a full series of it, trying to beat the game with the full chaos. And that's not the only thing. He also has all creature types have been shuffled. So if like a creature should appear, it's actually something else now. Normally, sometimes it can still be the same thing. But the allegiances are still the same. So like for example, the Bighorners and Goodspring, they're still neutral unless you attack them first. But one of them is a Deathclaw.
Someone got to these cultists before us, Master. That's the cipher we need, Master.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you get a chance. It seems like a really fun mod. Yeah, I'll send you the link after the stream. It's called Utter Chaos was what he called the series. It might be a mod you might consider for the next time you play Fallout New Vegas. You actually get one of these little Daedric dogs after finishing the Deadlands quest. I'll show you real quick. Look at it. It's so tiny and evil.
I wasn't aware you could tame Daedric creatures. Not without sorcery, anyway.
An intact portal key. If we align the symbols properly, it should open the way to Deadlight. We have what we need, Master. The Deadlight portal lies to the west, beyond the Blood Pits.
Alright, we're on our way. Yeah, but just, like, you have to imagine, like, okay, let's say Goodsprings probably has, like, 7 or 8 different doorways you can go through to different unique areas. And each one of those doorways is now shuffled, so it doesn't go to the same place. And some places have multiple doors that were supposed to go to the same area, but now go somewhere else. So there's probably going to be a lot of writing down what door leads to what, because once you start the game, all of the cells are locked. Like, it won't shuffle the doors again, meaning that, you know, eventually you can get all the different locations figured out, but like you're gonna need some kind of like spreadsheet or write it down somewhere or something like along those lines.
Locked and warded against Daedric incursion. These mortals are more resourceful than I imagined.
You did well to find this place, Rincaius. Ah, mortal. Let us confer.
Good.
Since you found your way to this portal, I assume you also recovered a portal key and the cipher necessary to activate it?
I found a portal key and the instructions, yes.
Very good. And I also assume that you heard Rincaius? Sister Seldine awarded this portal not just to prevent my entry, but any other Daedric entity as well. Neither I, nor Rincaius, nor Aarox will be able to step through this portal.
That leaves me and the Anchorite. What do you need us to do exactly?
Learn whatever you can about the Cataclysm and Sister Seldina's plans. Then I suppose you will want to kill Seldina for the sake of Fargrave and Nirn. Just keep an eye on the Anchorite. The events at Fort Grief have triggered an onset of memories.
Why do the Anchorite's memories concern you?
Did I say I was concerned? Just watch her. Neither we nor the Anchorite know what her memories will eventually reveal. Who she really is. None of us may like the answer. Go. We will wait here. Try not to destroy anything I may want to examine later.
All right.
I'm ready when you are. Lead the way, friend.
Alright, using the portal key. Deadlight. Legends abound of destroyed realms and forgotten plains. Oblivion must be overflowing with such places. If myths and rumors are to be believed, take the story of Deadlight for example. They say Maris Dagon demolished the realm and then gave it to his supplicants. Driverfar or Frey. Or Dway with Frey.
This is Deadlight? It feels familiar.
I need to talk to the Anchorite. Hold still.
Nerenth and Rincaius told me about this place. Mehrunes Dagon chased some long-forgotten enemy to this realm and laid waste to the plain. Then he awarded it to his mortal cultists, and they built a citadel here. It seems familiar.
Familiar? You've been here before?
I don't know. It's just a feeling. I'm getting those kinds of impressions all the time now. Like the dam has cracked and the memories are spilling out. I wonder what it will be like when the dam finally bursts.
Tell me what you remember.
Nothing that will help us find Sister Seldina or another Cataclysm, if that's what you're hoping. It's just a feeling. Let's keep moving. We should search for a way into the Citadel. And let's try not to alert the entire fortress that we're here.
Looks a lot like the Sever now, since Maris Dagon destroyed the place. Ooh, that's creepy.
Front door might not be the best approach. Let's look for another way in.
I need to take another. Oh, also, I've been a complete idiot so far today. Hold on. It's the New Life Festival. Like, I have wasted a bunch of like bonus experience I could have been getting. Let's go ahead and activate that again so I get the actual experience bonus. Alright, let's do this.
This path looks promising.
Yeah, there's only 2 quests left in the Deadlands story, and then it's off to the end game of Gates of Oblivion storyline. This is a raid! This is a raid! Raid! Oh, hey, look! There's a vampire trapped in there. He can't get out. There's a lot of interesting things that are here. Secrets of Mordekar the Inheritor.
That says Emperor Mordekar personally ordered Elagian to design the cataclysm for Mehrunes Dagon. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that. Sister Saldina bore a child to Emperor Mordekar because she thought Mehrunes Dagon told her to? That's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, he really could have told her to. I mean, it's confirmed that he talks to his subjects. Doombringer, Caldina's Testament.
Sister Saldina worships destruction because she sees Mehrunes Dagon as a way to repair the design of Magnus by destroying the world.
That's a bit of a reach.
Elagian to have visions and create the cataclysm as part of some deal between the Longhouse Emperors and Mehrunes Dagon. But when Mordekar wanted to ensure that his heirs ruled the world, Saldina wants to see the world destroyed.
It sounds like they are perfected the cataclysm process.
Yes. Can you believe it? They think they can make more of those terrible incarnates, and faster too. But have they built this new device, or do we still have time to stop them?
What do you make of Sister Caldina's Testament?
She believes that Mehrunes Dagon will destroy the world with fire in order to remake it. After suffering at the hands of the Reach, she took up with Emperor Mordekar and joined the Waking Flame. Like she was trying to remake herself as well.
Sister Caldina also believes she gave birth to Emperor Mordekar's child.
Right, a daughter. I suppose she'd be Emperor Leovik's half-sister. Have you heard of anyone coming forward with such a claim? I'm not totally current on happenings in Tamriel, but even in Fargrave we hear rumors. Come on, we should keep searching.
Excuse me.
I've seen this place. A glimpse in my fragments of memory. My amulet. It's drawn to the altar. Can you take a look, please? That altar and my amulet. I wonder. Hey, I've got an idea. I had an idea, and then suddenly, the memories are overwhelming. I see other people, hear their voices. They're filling the room. Yes, I've been here before. The amulet. It's like it's singing to me. I want to try something.
What are you going to try? What are you going to do?
The power I summoned to deal with the Riven Cataclysm. I think I can do that again. The amulet reacted when I did that before, when I was focusing on the Cataclysm. This time, I want to focus on the amulet. I think it will answer me.
Answer you? How?
By unlocking everything this mask has been keeping from me. I remember things that aren't here now. A totem in the stands, a starry globe, something in the mural. Watch closely when I concentrate on the amulet. I think you might see them too.
Alright, let's see what happens.
If you see any of the items I mentioned, move closer and examine them. It's too much. Do you see them? Hurry and take a closer look.
Do you know why I brought you here, Novice Maraid?
I do not, revered sister.
Because I could not leave you in isolation any longer. You must know the truth. You are the daughter of Emperor Morakar, and I am your mother. We will finish your training here. Do not disappoint me.
That looks a lot like Meridia's beacon.
When Magnus saw the mortal world was flawed, he abandoned its creation. Foolishly, the other gods proceeded and doomed us to suffering. Learn this well. Joy is an illusion. Love is a lie.
What became of Magnus, Mother?
Magnus watches from the sun, waiting to repair what the others set amiss. You will give him that chance, Maraid. Everything depends on you.
I don't think Magnus is coming back even if you destroyed the world.
I don't understand the lesson of this tapestry. What does it mean?
Mehrunes Dagon stands before Magnus as a weapon of hope. He possesses the power to shatter the mortal world, so it can be remade. But a spark within the world is required to summon Dagon's cleansing fire from oblivion. You, my child, will be that spark.
Oh, Mother, I can't do that.
You dare deny your destiny, Maraid? The blood of emperors flows through your veins. This is your purpose. You will see it done.
Time is short. The mask will control your powers, protect you from them. And as long as you wear it, all will forget you, including yourself and your mother.
Thank you, Elagian. I can't do as she asks. I won't be responsible for the end of the world.
I will forget you too, Mary. But I will leave you with my name, and I'll hold on to your father's amulet. If you ever need your memories, find me. The amulet is the key. This portal will take you to Fargrave, to a new life and a new world.
feels like shattered glass, reflecting images from 1,000 shards. How can I sort through it all? Years of missing memories, flooding back in mere moments. What happened after I placed the amulet on the altar?
I saw some of your memories in this room.
Then you know, Sister Seldina is my mother, a consort of Emperor Morikar. Is that why I was hidden away, raised in secret? Gods, she raised me to destroy the world with an army of incarnates, to kill so many innocent people.
Illigain helped you escape that fate.
It's all coming back. Eligion was ordered to make me a mask to protect me from my powers. But he secretly altered it to hide me from the Daganists, from my mother. I have to confront her. If I can remember her now, then she can remember me too.
We can do this together, Anchorite.
No. I want her to see what I've become. The girl she tried to turn into a weapon is the same woman tearing down her wretched cult. The power of the mask is broken. I'm Maraid, but I'm also the Anchorite, and I'm through hiding from my past.
Anchorite, wait.
Sister Seldina must be nearby. I'll put an end to this myself.
Dang it, don't be so reckless.
Are attacking! Knockfrost broke through the ward!
Whoa. Wasn't expecting that thing to show up.
Knockfrost demands it!
You lead.
Maraid, together we can destroy you and set everything aright.
Set aright? I refuse to use your weapons, Mother. I'm here to stop you.
Foolish girl. You do not know what you are, and I do not need
I
your
should have waited for you. You have to stop her.
You dare turn my daughter against me? You will be cleansed in the fire that remakes the world. Fool! You cannot stop what is coming.
You have my thanks. You eliminated Sister Seldina and served up Morikar's heir on a silver platter. Her blood will fuel my perfected cataclysm. With it, I shall conquer Fargrave for Mehrunes Dagon. And after that, your world shall fall.
My amulet friend! Keep it safe!
Anchorite, no!
Hear me, mortal. I'm opening a path to Fargrave. Hurry!
We'll get you yet. Gorge. Ugh.
Ah, good. Now that you're here, tell me what happened in Deadlight. Valkanos Nokvraz and an entire cohort of Dromora attacked the portal to Deadlight. They overwhelmed and eventually shattered the ward. Rinkaius and I were forced to retreat. It seems I retrieved you just in time. Wait, where is the Anchorite?
We've defeated Sister Caldina, but Vulcanaz Nokvraz captured the Anchorite.
Why would Valkanos Nokvraz take the Anchorite? We saw that she had some power over the Cataclysm, but what use of that would Nokvraz have? Unless... could he have succeeded in building his own Cataclysm?
He said he had a perfected Cataclysm, but listen, the Anchorite's memories have been restored.
You unlocked her memories? Overcome the power of her mask? Interesting. And Nokvraz has a... what did you call it? A perfected Cataclysm. Tell me, what did the Anchorite remember?
She's the daughter of Emperor Malachar and Sister Caldina. Her name is Mary.
The daughter of a Longhouse Emperor and a powerful follower of Mehrunes Dagon. That's a recipe for, quite literally, disaster. But why did Nokvraz take the Anchorite?
The Vulcanaz said he needed her blood to fuel his perfected Cataclysm.
We can't allow Nokvraz to harm the Anchorite or spill a drop of her blood. We will deal with that shortly. You ended the threat of Sister Seldina and revealed things I did not know. I am satisfied with that, little mortal. Take this with my thanks. We can't leave the Anchorite in Valkanos Nokvraz's hands. That would be a very bad idea. He can use her blood to create devastatingly powerful incarnates. Abominations even I could not stand against. We must assault his fortress, Ardent Hope.
Do you have a plan for assaulting a Daedric fortress?
I always have a plan, mortal. We will require allies for this. Rinkaius and his blade bearers, and a way to get inside. The Waking Flame portal key will do, if we can attune it properly. And we need Arox. He should be familiar with Ardent Hope.
How do we attune the portal key?
Portal keys, when properly attuned, can open paths where none existed before. But we require an expert for this. Talk to Madam Wim, little mortal. She likes you. Convince her to help. If we have to assault the front gate, then we've already lost.
I'll ask Madam Wim to attune the portal key to get us into Ardent Hope.
Go on. Use your charms to convince Madam Wim to aid us once more. In the meantime, I want to try another spell of identification on the twisted rod you recovered from an Ilark summit. I believe I am close to determining its original purpose.
Why wouldn't Nokvaraz's fortress be protected against a portal key used by the Waking Flame?
Why would it? They were allies mere moments ago. I doubt he expects trouble from a group of mortals he despises. It's possible the key already contains the coordinates to enter the fortress. I assume Sister Seldina visited the place many times.
Can't you attune the portal key?
Perhaps, if time were not an issue. Besides, I can open my own portals to locations I am familiar with. I rarely use portal keys. We require an expert, and Madam Wim knows more about secret portals and byways than anyone in Fargrave, including me.
The Riven Cataclysm is fueled by Dromora essence. Why would the perfected Cataclysm need blood?
Mortal blood and Daedric essence perform similar functions, and blood tied to rituals makes them more powerful. The Cataclysms are basically rituals made manifest. Royal blood flows through the Anchorite's veins. That makes it valuable indeed.
You think the Twisted Rod is important?
You gave it to me to study. I studied it. It protects its secrets very well, but I have learned a few things while you were busy in Deadlight. It is an old relic that contains an enchantment as twisted as its form. It is disconcerting.
Do you know what the enchantment does?
Not exactly, not yet. But Arox's essence is somehow tied to the relic. That could be why he was attracted to it. I will continue to examine it as time permits. Who knows? It may have a use we can exploit should the need arise.
What can you tell me about Ardent Hope?
It is one of the 777 impregnable citadels that house Mehrunes Dagon's legions. Knockfrost commands the garrison, protected by a cabal of Dremora blood adepts. That's why we need Arox once we get inside.
Why do you think Arax knows about Ardent Hope?
If we believe the Daedrat, he was once a mighty Daedra in service to Mehrunes Dagon, as well as Knockfrost's superior. If that is true, then he must know how to navigate the fortress. If we attempt a frontal attack, we'll never reach the Anchorite.
I've been to Ardent Hope. I didn't see the Volcanaz there.
It is a vast fortress. Knockfrost does not personally oversee everything that goes on within its walls, but the perfected Cataclysm, or the daughter of Emperor Morikar, those are of vital interest to him. Knockfrost will guard them well.
Do you think we really have a chance then?
We have the same chance we always have, and we will find a way. What you told me raises questions about the Anchorite that I must have answers to. And you do not want Mehrunes Dagon's plans to succeed. So we shall deal with Knockfrost together.
Alright, let's go. We gotta talk to Madam Wim.
Volcanaz Knockfrost will come for Fargrave next, Wim. My blade bearers and I will not wait for that.
Ah, my favorite mortal returns. I do appreciate when Lyranth deigns to share you with me. Don't mind Renkaias. He believes that every problem can be solved with a sword. I do hope you have a more interesting topic to discuss with me.
We need this portal key attuned to get us inside Ardent Hope.
You too? Ardent Hope is Volcanaz Knockfrost's seat of power, and it now appears that he is supreme among Mehrunes Dagon's vassals. I do not see why you all insist on making him your enemy.
Knockfrost captured the Anchorite and plans to send incarnates to conquer Fargrave for Mehrunes Dagon.
And if he succeeds, I would be foolish to defy the new regime. Still, it would be irksome to live under the Prince of Destruction's authority. At least you have a slightly better idea than a frontal assault. The blade bearers are fools to consider it.
Do you think you can attune the portal key to get us inside the fortress?
This key would allow me to open a portal directly into the fortress, which might give you a chance, no matter how slim. Very well. There's an old portal dais in the burn south of Ardent Hope. Meet me there and I will attune your key.
We'll meet you at the portal dais.
I can't abide the Anchorite in Volcanaz Knockfrost's grip, not out darling the alleys. Let me gather some materials and recall the proper incantations. Then I will collect Lyranth and meet you at the old portal dais in the burn, south of Ardent Hope.
Do we need an old... do we need an old dais to use the portal key?
Need? No, but it will make the attunement easier. Once a network of portal daises crisscrossed the Deadlands, the fortress was built around one of them. Most have been forgotten and are no longer utilized, but that doesn't mean the magic has faded.
So how do you know about these daisies?
I was not always the entrepreneurial Mazken who stands before you. Long ago, I played at amassing influence by pledging myself to the Daedric princes. I learned many secrets during those dalliances, including ways into and out of secure locations.
Oh, Wim.
Drozu, gather the blade bearers. We must attack Ardent Hope before Knockfrost makes his next move.
Our swords are yours to command, Renkaias.
I would have preferred an army of Fargravians at our backs, but this will work too. While you and Lyranth use Wim's portal to infiltrate the fortress, my blade bearers will launch an assault on the front gate. The battle will be glorious.
Lyris says a frontal assault on Ardent Hope is doomed to fail.
Perhaps, but defeat does not mean the same thing to my kin as it does to you, mortal. Death is not the end for the blade bearers. At least not death in battle. For what Knockfrost did to our clanmates, however, he must suffer.
So all you care about is vengeance?
Vengeance is an honorable goal. Besides, your best chance to rescue the anchorite is for my clan to draw the attention of Ardent Hope. And ours requires you to deal Nok'Thros a grievous blow. This is how we tear down our foe, and I will see it done.
You plan to sneak into Ardent Hope, Master? Then let me accompany Rinkaius and the Blade Bearers. Arox, the Mutilator, should be at the head of our vanguard when they assault the front gates of the fortress.
Alright. We're here.
Wake the old days by matching the stones with the runes nearby, while I attune the portal key. Conduits of energy are opening. I can sense the connections. Oh, nicely done, mortal. The key is attuned. Here you are, a freshly attuned portal key. Carry it with you, and the portal will deposit you inside Ardent Hope. After that, matters are in your hands. I do hope Lyranth has a plan for what to do once you get there.
Any advice for us, Madam Wim?
For you, sweet mortal, always. Let Lyranth and the others worry about these affairs, and come back to Fargrave with me. Your life is short enough. Why risk it on this fool's errand? I can promise that our association will be mutually satisfying.
I need to save the anchorite.
Oh, I was only having a bit of fun. You are so deliciously stoic. And correct, I must admit. Mehrunes Dagon has long coveted Fargrave's doors to the many realms. Do not let Nokros use our fair anchorite to accomplish that. Remember, distraction.
Distraction?
What else would you call the Blade Bearer's action? While they draw the attention of Nokros' forces, you must move quickly. You have until the last Blade Bearer falls. Use that time wisely. And I do hope you survive. For aesthetics, if nothing else.
The Blade Bearers will keep the fortress's defenders occupied.
Leave that to your clan, Rincaius, and come with us. We could use your sword.
I will face Nokros in open battle, in the sight of my kin. That is the path of honor.
Well said, Blade Bearer, but I will destroy Nokros. Master, a word, please.
Good hunting, mortal. My Blade Bearers and I will draw the ire of Nokros' army while you infiltrate the keep. It is a great opportunity to prove the might of my clan. Today we repay Mehrunes Dagon's servants with pain and sorrow.
You're going to lose a lot of your clan in this battle, Rinculus.
A mortal worry. We are Dremora. We do not die, we return. Blade Bearers do not fear pain. We exist for battle and glory. Valkanaz Nokros has risen high among the kin, but we will prove stronger. It is our way.
If we defeat the Valkanaz, what will his followers do?
The stronger will fight for his position. The weaker will await the rise of a new leader. Nokros commands obedience with his strength alone. None are proud to serve him. They know he won his place by making a staircase from his followers.
Won't the Valkanaz resume command when he eventually returns?
The paths of oblivion are dark and strange, mortal. None can say how long his reformation might take. But even if Nokros returns immediately, he will bear the dishonor of defeat. Who would serve a Valkanaz too weak to defend his own fortress?
That's a fair point.
We must reach the anchorite before Valkanaz Nokros can use her blood to fuel his perfected catalyst. Obviously, he seeks to create his own incarnates. I'd prefer not to have to face such a creature. Now collect Aarox and let us be off.
What happens once we step through that portal?
Rincaius and his blade bearers will assault the front gate, drawing the attention of Valkanaz Nokros' forces. Meanwhile, we will infiltrate using the attuned portal key and attempt to remain undetected as we search the fortress for the anchorite.
What happens when we find the anchorite?
We must prevent Nokros from using her blood to fuel his device. I admit I want to examine his so-called perfected catalyst. This entire notion of changing the unchangeable intrigues me. But I have no desire to face another of those incarnates.
Have you learned anything else about the Twisted Rod?
Let's just say I have an idea on how we may utilize it if worse comes to worse. Just keep Aarox close. His knowledge of the fortress is essential if we're to make our way through the interior undetected.
Lyranth is correct, Master. Before I was cursed with the form you see before you, I commanded ardent hope. I know its many rooms and passages as well as I know the back of my tail. And you will need me when you confront the traitorous Nokros.
You really hate the Valkanaz, don't you, Aarox?
Hate is too weak a word for what I feel, Master. I do not begrudge him for chafing under my rule. That is the Deadlands way. It is natural to challenge those above you. But Nokros chose the path of cowardice. He must answer for that.
What do you mean, the path of cowardice?
Did Nokros face me in open battle? Did he strike me down with his own strength and fervor? No! He resorted to a trickster's curse. His actions revealed his fear, not his power. He has not earned his place at the head of Lord Dagon's armies.
Do you want to return to Mayor Dagon's service?
I do not know. I would certainly be more worthy than Nokros. trickery and deceit. I gave Lord Dagon my unstinted loyalty. But where was his loyalty to me? We should go, Master.
Alright, Aerox, hop in my pack.
As you say, Master.
Got some Lorcan's tears. Alright, through the portal we go. Look upon my citadel and bear witness to the vastness of my legions. I am power. I am destruction. I am inevitable. As are the forces of ardent hope. See them in despair.
This is the Barbican, Master. Go east and then north to reach the inner keep.
There is our distraction, just as Rinkias promised. Let us not waste it. To the inner keep.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Watch for blood veils. They are Nokfroz's most trusted servants. If we encounter them, the anchorite may be nearby.
All right, don't cry for mummy.
If Nokfroz harvests the anchorite's blood, she may not survive the process.
The anchorites. Different. Keep looking.
I'm still here. As far as
I sense her presence as well.
Oh, those aren't brains. Those are eyeballs. I thought those were brains for a second. Oh gosh. I'm definitely glad those weren't brains, but at the same time, I'm not glad that they're eyeballs.
There. Blood Lord Zabak. And he has the anchorite. Let us listen in.
Your blood will empower the perfected catalyst and birth an incarnate to conquer all for Mehrunes Dagon.
I'll destroy that device, just like I destroyed the Riven Cataclysm.
Volcanar's Nakfrost, cast down the foolish Aarox and purge the Order of the Waking Flame. You will submit too. Bring her. Nakfrost awaits us in the volcano. And you there, in the shadows. We will deal with you soon enough.
Foolish! When I am restored, I will return and slaughter them all!
Another time, Aarox. How do we reach that volcano?
Through the door to the north. Soon, Nakfrost will feel my wrath!
The Blade Bearers draw the attention of most of the fortress, but they will not endure much longer. We must hurry.
Let me down, Master. I can run from here.
As I feared, the Blade Bearers falter.
These are the mighty Blade Bearers. Kneel, Rinkaius, or Volcanar's Nakvraz will erase your clan from existence.
The path to the Cataclysm lies ahead, but the Blade Bearers are in trouble. If they fall, all eyes will turn toward us as we ascend. We will never reach the anchorite. Perhaps now is the time to release the magic stored in the Twisted Rod.
What does the magic stored in the Twisted Rod do?
I am guessing, but a guess is all I have. I believe that the Twisted Rod holds the key to breaking Aarox's curse. The magic inside it, it's Aarox's true form. If I break the rod, Aarox would be restored to his former glory. For a time.
For a time?
Time, or lack thereof, is the issue. If I had more of it, I could work out a permanent solution. But if we break the rod without removing the curse, it may restore Aarox. At least until the curse reasserts itself. We could certainly use his power.
So we sacrifice Aarox's long-term restoration to use his power right now?
If we want to save the Blade Bearers and the Anchorite, yes. I will also need to stay behind. I can stave off the curse, but even that won't allow him to retain his true form for long. Take the rod and decide quickly, mortal. As I said, time is short.
What do you think, Aarox?
Break the rod! Release me to seek my vengeance! I demand it!
Alright, breaking the rod.
The magic is released. Get ready, Daedrat. Your final flight is about to begin.
There he is, he's back. Aarox the Mutilator.
Behold your doom.
Aarox has returned. Run!
Blade Bearers, on your feet, rally to me.
Come, mortal. I can smell Nakraz's fear. Take the path of cinders, and I will help you reach the anchorite.
I'm on it.
Go, mortal. The Blade Bearers will aid you as we can.
Aerox the Mutilator.
You're watching.
Aerox time is here. Happiness and kittens.
I think I'm getting good at this. I probably should be proud of that. Something you need.
The last barrier falls, mortal. To the volcano. My vengeance is at hand.
I really don't like your odds.
Ha! Look at that big force. But then Aerox comes crashing down and kills almost all of them in one go, and then kills the others two with a second stomp.
Is that the last of them?
No.
Thank feck.
I was so close. The curse reasserts itself. Aerox is a miserable
dead rat once more. Aerox is still Aerox. I am with you, Master. This way.
Too late, mortal. Great blood flows through the catalyst, and soon, Volcanar's Nakras will emerge transformed!
Whew, that was a bit of a
No
storm.
bonds can withstand Aerox's teeth. You are free, Anchorite.
meddlesome fools. I already have what I need from Emperor Morganar's head. The embodiment of destruction and creation, bound within one mighty fall. I am the perfected incarnate.
Not an
We got him.
Now to deal with the perfected cataclysm. We need to destroy the cataclysm so they can't create any more of those abominable incarnates. We actually did it! I wasn't sure you'd come for me, but I'm glad you did. Wait. Do you feel that? Something's coming. Oh. Oh no.
Noctros underestimated you. You are indeed powerful. For mortals.
It's Mayor's Dagon.
I remember you, little one. Morika's whelp. I have plans for you. Your companions, however, are a momentary nuisance. I shall destroy them.
Fall back. We cannot fight Mehrunes Dagon.
Not right now, anyways.
I'll get us out of here.
Oh, Fargrave, how I missed you.
All has turned out to my satisfaction. I learned what I needed to, and you eliminated the threat of incarnates laying waste to Fargrave and the mortal world. And with Sister Seldina and Valkanaz Nokraz gone, none remain to build new cataclysms.
Can you tell me exactly what you learned, Lilith? You've been pretty vague about that.
You have served me well, and I have a certain fondness for you, mortal. But do not presume that we are friends. Dromora have no need of such things. And I will not share my secrets with you. They are mine, and mine alone. Let us talk of other things.
Do you think the Anchorite will be alright?
The Anchorite has demonstrated the ability to survive whatever hardships come her way. She will sort out her memories and come to terms with her parentage, eventually. And she should be safe here in Fargrave. The Stricture will see to that.
Mayor's Dagon seems interested in the Anchorite. This may not be over yet.
It is over for now, little mortal. I, too, am curious about the daughter of a Longhouse Emperor. But thanks to your efforts at Ardent Hope, she remains out of Dagon's hands. You have served both me and your world well. Take this, with my gratitude. We stopped the Waking Flame's threat to Blackwood and saved Fargrave from the Incarnates. But many questions remain unanswered. Mehrunes Dagon is still a threat to your world, mortal, and there are things I still wish to learn. Will you aid me again?
Before we continue, I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom again, but when I come back, we're going to go ahead and finish the whole storyline, no matter how long it takes us. So we're going to probably go into overtime today, but that should be fine. We're going to just try to finish the storyline for the Deadlands today. I'll be back in just a minute.
I want to resume our search for the fourth ambition. And we should track down the other ambitions, Sombrin and Kalia. They need to rejoin us before Mehrunes Dagon's lackeys find them. I also want to know why Dagon is interested in the Anchorite.
Hello, I am back. Sorry for the delay. So how do we proceed?
I sent for your wood elf friend, Evely Sharparrow. I asked her to comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents, to look for more clues as to the fourth ambition's hiding place. She should arrive shortly. Let us meet her in the Plaza of Portals.
Alright, I'll meet you and Evely at the Plaza of Portals.
The window of opportunity closes quickly, mortal. Both for what I still wish to learn, and for you to save your world. Mehrunes Dagon has been thwarted twice, but that will only make him more dangerous next time. Let us go meet up with the Wood Elf.
Remind me, what's going on, Lyrith?
Do you seek praise? You have done as I asked and been compensated. That is the mortal custom, is it not? You want more? Very well. You helped me unravel the Longhouse Emperor's secrets in Blackwood, where we discovered 3 of the 4 ambitions.
Right, Sombrin, Destron, and Kalia.
Yes, but Destron was killed during the battle with the Order of the Waking Flame's High Priest. Still, we kept Sombrin and Kalia out of Mehrunes Dagon's hands. Now they wander the Deadlands with the Mysterium Xarxes, learning to control their powers.
Right, and we stopped another sect of the cult from conquering Fargrave.
So you do remember. Yes, in that Oblivion realm, we learned about the Cataclysts and the process for creating incarnates before you destroyed the devices. And we met the Anchorite, heir to the Longhouse bloodline. Dagon seemed very interested in her.
I think that's enough of a refresher. We'll go ahead and move on. Not that we needed a refresher since we've been doing this, and I think this is... I don't know how many videos are in actually the Deadlands. I can try to find out. My channel, playlist, Gates of Oblivion. Let's see. This is the 5th video in the Deadlands series, I think. It might be the 4th. I'm not 100% sure, but we've made some very significant progress with this DLC.
This place is amazing. Hey, friend. Good to see you.
Hey, Evely.
This place is incredible. Investigator Vale never went to Oblivion in any of her stories, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I was nervous when Lyrith said I had to use a portal to get here, but this is great. And you're here now, so it's even better.
Lyrith said she asked you to look through the Longhouse Emperor's documents. Did you find anything?
A lot of crazy talk about conquest, Mehrunes Dagon, staining the world with the blood of their enemies, but nothing more about the ambitions. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I definitively could tell that Emperor Leovic had certain records destroyed.
I'm not sure how we'll locate the 4th ambition if you couldn't find anything in the documents.
Yeah, sorry. I know Lyrith was counting on me to come up with some clue to follow. I thought I had a lead about one of their holdings, but I hit a dead end. It seems like the Longhouse Emperors took all the information with them to their graves.
What else have you been doing since we last saw each other?
Mostly helping out around Leowin, and I did a couple of small tasks for Governor Keshu, rounding up a few stray cultists, that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet. Until Lyrith contacted me, that is.
Did Lyrith tell you what happened in Fargrave and the Deadlands?
She gave me the highlights. Weird Cataclyst devices, Sister Seldina, that evil Nokfroz guy. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. I can't wait to meet the Anchorite, though. I always thought about getting a mask, like the Green Hood or the Scarlet Judge.
I'm the Scarlet Judge. How did Lyranth contact you?
She sent one of her creepy followers to bring me messages. That rogue Athena woman. Letters mostly, but Lyranth did stop by to give me final instructions on how to get to Fargrave. I got to use a portal key. That was exciting.
Did Lyranth tell you what happened in Fargrave and the Deadlands?
She gave me the highlights. Weird cataclysm devices, Sister Seldina, that evil Knockfrost guy. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. I can't wait to meet the Anchorite, though. I always thought about getting a mask, like the Green Hood or the Scarlet Judge.
Okay.
The Longhouse documents were no help, and I still haven't heard any word from my contacts. Our next chance can be found at the House of Whims.
The House of Whims? That sounds intriguing.
Meet me at the House of Whims. It's time to explore the Anchorite's memories.
Man, that horse is really pretty. Have you seen the new mounts yet, Kraz? I don't know if you're still with us. Have you seen the new mounts from the Crown Crates / Seals of Endeavor? Hold on. So, this is the Nebulous Starborn Steed. Storm Chaser Sinchi. Celestial Ram. And then there's a couple others, like the Starborn Guardian Horse, but I'm not too impressed by that one, to be honest. I mean, it's okay, it's just not as good as the Starborn, the other Starborn horse. That one's pretty good. Is there a lizard? There's a guar. Yeah, I don't really want that outfit. That's a lot of crown gems and stuff for that. That's pretty cool, actually. Oops, that was not what I meant to do.
Mehrunes Dagon was particularly interested in you at Ardent Hope. We must examine your memories.
So you're the Anchorite, huh? Neat mask.
Thanks. I like your bow, too.
Let us begin. Mortal, use the memory vessel to capture fragments of the Anchorite's recollections as the ritual progresses. Use the vessel to collect the memory fragments when they appear. I will use the Anchorite's amulet as a focus.
Is this supposed to hurt?
There, a memory fragment. Take it.
She is my blood. The legacy of the Longhouse Emperors flows through her veins.
Keep going. We are close.
Another memory fragment. Take it before it disperses.
You are a tool, nothing more. Fulfill your purpose, or you will be discarded.
No, please, make it stop.
You're hurting her. Stop. Stop this now.
Foolish mortals. You try my patience. The Wood Elf had no right to stop the ritual. It was not her decision to make. Without any other lead, the Anchorite's memories were our best chance to determine Mehrunes Dagon's plans. Now we have nothing.
We still have the memory vessel. Maybe Madam Wim can make sense of the memories we gathered.
You seek to quell my anger by suggesting we may still salvage something from this debacle. Very well. Show the memory vessel to Madam Wim. Let her tell us what it contains before I take my leave.
Leave? Where are you going?
We have no clue as to how to find the last ambition. The ritual was halted before it could fully sort the anchorite's memories. Only one other avenue remains open. Sombrin and Kalia. The likelihood that I can locate them is slim, but I must try.
Is there something else bothering you, Lyrith?
Do I seem tense? Well, you and Evely seem oddly calm for creatures whose very plane of existence is under threat. Do you enjoy it here in Fargrave? Shall this sandpit be your sanctuary once Mehrunes Dagon conquers your world? Go. Deal with Wim.
The anchorite's memories are too scattered, unfocused. She has not yet come to grips with the fact that these newly restored memories belong to her. Let me see the memory vessel. Perhaps we were able to gather something useful after all.
Here's the memory vessel.
Ah, this is a very early memory. The anchorite as a babe, hearing her father's voice. I can use this, yes.
What about the second fragment?
Another early memory, but this time her father's voice is cold, commanding. These fragments vibrate with emotional veracity, a signature of sorts. I can use that to scry the location of the Longhouse Emperor, or, more accurately, his soul.
Why do we care about the soul the Longhouse Emperor is?
If you find the Emperor, you can talk to him. Get the information you need, directly from Morakar himself. I sense he is imprisoned in the Deadlands, in the Brandfire Reformatory. Take the Anchorite's amulet. It will lead you to the Emperor's soul.
How will the amulet lead us to the Emperor Morakar's soul?
As I understand it, the amulet was a gift from father to daughter. Its connection to Morakar is strong. Use it in the Reformatory and it will lead you to him. However, what state his soul will be in after decades of torture, I do not know.
It's my amulet and my memories, so I'm going with you.
Alright.
Very well. Take the anchorite and explore this memory. See where it leads. Meanwhile, I will begin the hunt for Sombrin and Cal.
I kind of hope they open up more of Fargrave as we explore Oblivion in the future, because it'd be nice if they like built up past like just the city of Fargrave and like added more to the realm of Fargrave, and then we could travel to other places and find portals that lead to the new zones that we're visiting. Whoa.
follow it. I wonder how many souls are trapped in this place.
Destroy!
I don't think this is what the Longhouse Emperors expected when they made their
this is a
bargain
fight
with
now.
Mayron's Dagon. A hidden door. I think we need to go in there. That looks like some sort of forge. I wonder if it still works. Did you hear that? It sounded like it came from the furnace. The furnace door is sealed tight. Why would my amulet lead us here?
Open the door. Your Emperor commands it.
The same voice from my memory. Emperor Morikar. There's a discharge labrum there. We need to find and charge some lucents. The door opened. All I see is a chunk of slag.
Release us. Obey your Emperor.
There's no doubt about it. The voice came out of that chunk of slag. And it sounds just like Emperor Morikar's voice from my memory. He wants us to free him. Do you think we should?
We came here to find the souls of the Longhouse Emperors. Any thoughts on how to set them free?
You've seen this place. It's all about torture. I think they fused the souls of the Emperors into that chunk of metal. Seems like a fitting punishment for anyone who incurred Mehrunes Dagon's wrath. But we need to free them to talk to them.
Any idea on how we accomplish that?
We need to ignite the furnace to melt the slag. I spotted 2 more discharge labrums. If we take that charged lucent and stick it in one, that might get us halfway there. We'll need to find a second lucent, though.
Let's go.
There are 2 other discharge labrums. If we can find it... Look, up there! A lucent! Place the charged lucent in that discharge labrum by the wall. I think we need to ignite the furnace to melt down that slag. Hopefully, that will release whoever is trapped inside, whether it's really Emperor Morikar or not. The furnace has 2 other discharge labrums connected to it. If we move the charged lucent you found to one of them, we'll need to find another lucent for the second. Once both are active, that should ignite the furnace.
Okay. Portal to Forge Balcony.
Over here, there's a dynamis font. Let's charge that lucent.
Wait, where's the font? Did I drop down too soon? Yeah, I dropped down too soon. It looks like I need to go back up top.
That worked! The lucent is charged. Now place it in one of the discharge labrums. The furnace ignited. Good job.
Released at last. Who must we thank for our freedom?
I still taste the blood of my enemies, those I crushed beneath my heel.
This prison is an insult. I am a conqueror, a god in my own right. My teeth have shred the flesh of hundreds, thousands. I demand the respect I deserve.
Who are you?
Has the mortal world already forgotten the name of Durkarox, the Black Drake, first of the Longhouse Emperors? Land was mine. Mine! The blood of the Reach sings with fury in my veins. How dare Mehrunes Dagon betray my legacy?
Mehrunes Dagon is my enemy. Tell me about this plan of yours.
Lies. You have the tongue of a liar, and I will rip it from your mouth. I will not be swayed by your words. I won't let you betray me. The power promised by the Pact is mine by right. You cannot have it. Away with you!
Somebody's paranoid. Leavek.
This is not freedom. No. Simply a respite from the darkness. I remember the traitors at my gates, the blade of the usurper slicing through my flesh. But I hid them away. I did my best to fulfill the bargain.
You best be careful what you say about Varen. Who are you?
I am Leovik, last of the Longhouse Emperors. But who are you? You have the stink of the traitorous Varen about you. Snake. I knew he was coming. I knew I had to take action. Preserve the plan. Keep the secret. Salvage the contingency.
Tell me about this plan.
It started with my grandfather. But it was my father who passed the responsibility to me. It was all part of the bargain the Black Drake made with Mehrunes Dagon. He would prepare the four ambitions, and in return, our family would rule forever.
So what happened?
I took action. I moved the ambitions to new vaults. Safe vaults. Before I could do more, the usurper murdered me. How did Mehrunes Dagon reward me? By locking me away in a block of metal. And the secret of the Longhouse Emperors died with me.
An eternity of agony. This was not what the Prince of Destruction promised. I did everything the Black Drake commanded. Everything the High Priest instructed. And I gave precise orders to my son. So why the torture? And why is the weapon here?
Emperor Malachar, I need to ask you about your daughter.
Daughter? You mean the weapon? Why have you brought her here? You cannot let her fall into the hands of Mehrunes Dagon. He reneged on his promise to us. I see no reason to keep our part of the bargain now.
Weapon? What are you talking about?
You did not know? The girl is one of the four ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. But she's not like the other three. Oh, no. I made a few modifications of my own to the High Priest's ritual. She is not just an ambition. She is my contingency.
Contingency?
An emperor never relies on a single strategy. We were promised power if we delivered the ambitions at the appointed time, but Daedric princes are not to be trusted. So I prepared Maraid as a weapon that could deal with Dagon, should the need arise.
Deal with Mehrunes Dagon? How?
My daughter, the fourth ambition. She's the key. Along with the other ambitions, she can call forth the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That was my contingency. In case the Prince of Destruction lied, and we needed to send him back to the Deadlands.
Is this true? Is the Anchorite really the fourth ambition?
The Anchorite? Is that what you call Maraid? Use her. Her and the ambitions. Bring my vengeance to the Prince who betrayed us. Go to the Isle of Joys, a retreat not far from here. All the details are there. Someone comes. My ambitions.
The other ambitions? Where?
I'm an ambition? One of those people Lyranth was talking about? How is that possible?
We are not property or playthings, Morcar.
Sombrin, no!
You are what we created you to be.
You wanted a weapon? Then taste my power!
Oh, Sombrin. Why?
I almost decided not to accompany Lyranth. but now I'm glad she insisted. How else would I have gotten the opportunity to punish the Longhouse Emperors for what they did to us? Finding the last ambition? That's just a welcome surprise.
Why did you destroy the souls of the Emperors? What we could have learned more from them.
I have no interest in more of their lies, and neither should you. I gave the Longhouse Emperors exactly what they wanted. My power. Besides, they'll reform in this place eventually. I just couldn't allow them to corrupt the last ambition.
What do you mean, corrupt her?
Those men were evil when they were alive. Do you think an existence of torture in the Deadlands would change that? The last ambition needs to learn from Kalia and me. I sense that same power inside her that courses through us. We belong together.
Emperor Melikar suggested that there was a way to defeat Mayor Stagon using the ambitions.
A fantasy. We can't hope to stand against the Prince of Destruction. Look, I've learned a lot since last we spoke. Too much to explain and too little that you would understand. It's time for the ambitions to take our destiny in our own hands.
Goodbye.
That man, Sombrin, he seems familiar. But why did he destroy the Emperors? There was so much more I wanted to ask, especially of Morikar. I can't quite bring myself to call him father. But what Morikar said, is it true? Am I an ambition?
That seems to be the case. Maybe you should talk to Sombrin and Kalia about this.
Maybe. But familiar or not, they're still strangers. We came here for answers. And while I learned something, it feels like all I got was more questions.
Emperor Melikar said it was possible to use the ambitions to defeat Mayor Stagon.
Right. Morikar said the answers were waiting at the Isle of Joys. I have no idea where that might be. Look, your friend Everly wants to talk to you, and I need a moment to think this through. But don't worry, I'm with you to the end. I promise.
Thank you. Well, let me talk to Kalia real quick.
I didn't think Sombrin was going to do something so dramatic. You have to forgive him. He's been very intense lately.
What do you mean intense?
I'm not sure how else to describe it. When we first arrived in the Deadlands, he insisted he could help me control my powers, that I could practice without fear of hurting anyone. But lately he's been different. Almost desperate.
What do you mean desperate?
He spends most of his time reading that strange book, searching desperately for answers. He's obsessed with our power, trying so hard to understand it. But the more frustrated he gets, the more he pulls away. And now, this. I'm worried about him.
What was that about a strange book?
You must remember, the book Evely gave him, Lyranth called it the Mysterium Xarxus. He's become obsessed with it. He's sure the answer to controlling our powers hides somewhere among its pages, and he pores over them at every opportunity.
You think the book is affecting him the way it bothered Evely?
Not in the same way. I don't think he's having dreams or anything. Sombrin's always been passionate, but since Destron died, his rage has been growing, and the frustration and desperation makes that rage harder, sharper. And what he just did...
Have you talked to Sombrin about any of this?
I've tried, but he wants to protect me. He doesn't want to burden me with the weight he's carrying. I think he needs to work this out for himself. I just hope he can do that soon, before he lets that rage and frustration destroy him.
I am not all right with what just happened. Lyranth and I managed to find Sombrin and Kalia. We convinced them to come with us. But I had no idea he was going to explode those poor ghosts. Did I hear correctly? The Anchorite is the last ambition?
That's what Emperor Marikar's spirit told us.
That's just... Did you have any idea? Well, I guess that makes it easy enough. Now we know where all the ambitions are. Did you learn anything else before Sombrin blasted them into non-existence?
Morikar said the Emperors had a contingency plan We can learn about it on the Island of Joys.
Wait a moment. I know that name. Remember Lyrinth had me comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents? That name was listed as one of their hunting retreats. But I couldn't find any other information. Do you know where it is?
Morcar said it was a retreat located not too far from the Brandfire Reformatory.
That's why the map didn't make sense. It wasn't a map of Tamriel. It's the Deadlands. All right, my friend. Let's go see what we can find at the Isle of Joys. Mehrunes Dagon could move against us at any moment.
I'm ready to go to the Isle of Joys.
You're one of us, Anchorite, and ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyrinth. I need to do this.
Damn it. That was a mistake that may cost us dearly. Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Emily head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the Anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombren.
Do you know this place Sombren was talking about?
No. And his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the Anchorite from us as well. We're going to need her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan.
You seem pretty angry when the Anchorite decided to go with Sombren and Kalia.
My reaction is irrelevant. The Anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations.
How will you follow them?
Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombren and Kalia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Emily should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Morcar spoke of.
If I were the Anchorite, I'd want answers too. I still have a bad feeling about this, though. Something about Sombren was off. I don't remember him being so quick to anger back in Blackwood.
Do you think we should go after them?
As much as I want to, no. Someone has to investigate the Isle of Joys. We should stick together and take care of that. The Anchorite, though, she'll be all right, right?
The Anchorite can handle herself.
Good to hear. I barely know her, so I wasn't sure. Besides, Kalia's with them. She'll keep Sombren from doing anything too crazy, I'm sure. We just have to trust that the Anchorite knows what she's doing. Everything will be fine. Now let's go! That's the island over there. This portal should get us across.
Mortals apparently enjoy hunting as much as Dremora do. As I understand it, unlike we Daedra, who simply appreciate the challenge, they actually consume whatever prey they catch. Disgusting. I find it hard to believe that Lord Dagon gave them a piece of the Deadlands for such a purpose. That's our old friend Rinkus.
Look, Imperial ruins. This must be the Isle of Joys.
Yeah, this doesn't look very joyful though, does it? I'm not the only one who thinks that, surely.
The documents describe the Isle of Joys as a hunting retreat. They must have hunted Daedra. Me and the Longhouse Emperors had a very different idea of joy. Come on, let's search those ruins.
They're coming for us.
A map. It looks like the inside of one of those doom vaults we found. Hang on to that. The Ego Mimic? What's that? Alright, this was a yeah, I noticed that straight away. Didn't we really? Well, we can't give up now. This is still worth looking into. Maybe this mark indicates a hidden portion of the vault that you didn't spot last time. We have to at least try. I'll meet you there.
This is the same Doom Vault that we actually explored with Miri way back in the first episode of Blackwood. So if you didn't see that, it's actually up on YouTube under the Gates of Oblivion story. And my goodness, that was a bunch of gold I just spent to do that jump. Ooh.
Good, you're here. Let's find the spot indicated on the map.
I already know where we're going. The advantage of having done this 3 times already means I already know exactly where I'm going, so... I had a little bit of trouble the first time I was doing it. Yeah, I feel bad bringing Evelyn or Miri here because this is the place where she almost lost her brother.
Look, those runes are similar to the ones on the ring. I knew that ring was important. All right, I guess we enter another portal. where the anchorite used to live? Looks like someone else has been here recently. That's Sombrin's diary. I guess he and Callia spent some time here. Did he write down...
Problem, Sarah?
Get out of my way, Mary.
So Sombrin and Callia came here at some point, after they left us and went to the Deadlands? I wonder what they were looking for. So, anything good in Sombrin's diary?
Sombrin used his powers to access the hidden chamber, but he couldn't open the chest over there.
He's not on the same level as the writer of the Investigator Vale stories, but his writing isn't bad. Interesting. Does he know about the egonymic? It doesn't seem like it. He just says he thinks something important is inside that chest.
If he couldn't open it, then how can we?
Hey now, positive thoughts. Let's examine the chest. Maybe the ring will help. It got us into this hidden chamber. Who knows what else it can do? This enchantment looks powerful. That's unusual. I have absolutely no idea what that is.
Mortals, we have a problem. That fool ambition. He will ruin everything. You both need to come with me. Sombrin has turned to Mehrunes Dagon, and he plans to take Callia and the anchorite with him. We must stop him.
What do you mean? Sombrin has turned to the Mehrunes Dagon.
How clear must I make it, little mortal? He has Callia and the anchorite and is attempting to force them to go with him. He plans to present them all to the Prince of Destruction. We must get to an Ilarch summit and stop him.
Alright, let's go to an Ilarch summit.
When I left to retrieve you, Sombrin was attempting to wrestle power from each of the other ambitions and take it for himself. He will turn that power over to Mehrunes Dagon unless we intervene. Quickly, through the portal. There is no time to waste.
Oh, Sombrin.
Portals! I think I'm finally getting used to them.
Of this accursed mountain play havoc with my magic. Better if you make your own way from here.
This time we don't have the blade bearer to help us.
Stupid Sombrin. Making us run all the way up this thing.
Here, mortal. Sombrin took Callia and the anchorite through that door.
Hey! Stick with me!
That wasn't good. Wait, that's not the right way to go. I must have got turned around.
Sombrin, stop. This is insane. We're not coming with you.
Damn it, they found us. This is not your concern! Only Mehrunes Dagon can teach us, help us control our powers. It's all in his book. But I can't let you interfere. Destron,
Right.
deal with
Right.
it.
I must
obey.
Destron!
You will not
Sombrin, what have you done?
destroyed. You let me die. I won't let that happen to Kalia. Sombrin would save me, Kalia. I'm sorry. I'm doing what's necessary, Kalia. For all of us. Your power is better off in my hands.
Sombrin, leave her alone.
Well, Sombrin got vanished.
Sombrin didn't expect you to fight back, Anchorite. Well done.
What did I just do?
We should go too. I will summon a portal to take us to Fargrave. Kalia and the Anchorite will be safe here. Come, little mortal. Let's talk. I did not expect Sombrin to turn against us, or for him to try to take the power of the remaining ambitions. He now possesses the power of Destron and Kalia as well as his own. If he hands that power to Dagon, neither of us will like the results.
What do you suggest?
I am still considering our options. At least we have the Anchorite, and she still has her powers. That is enough for now. You did well, mortal. Against all odds, you continue to prevail. Take this with my gratitude and prepare for what comes next. Now that we can confer in the relative safety of Madame Wynn's establishment, tell me what you discovered on the Isle of Joys. Did the spirit of Emperor Morcar speak true? Is there a weapon that can be used against Mehrunes Dagon?
The Longhouse Emperors had a plan to banish Mehrunes Dagon with something called an ego-pneumatic.
Let me see the documents you found. I am familiar with mimics, but not this ego-mimic. If it truly has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon, then no wonder the Longhouse Emperors kept it hidden. And what did you find in the Doom Vault?
We found this Daedric relic hidden inside a chest, but we don't know what it is.
Interesting. And you found this in the vault? The one Morcar claimed belonged to his daughter? Then show it to the Anchorite. Perhaps she can remember something and ascertain its purpose. We will need some advantage the next time we face Sombrin.
Okay, I'll show the Daedric relic to the Anchorite.
Our best hope lies in the Anchorite now. Show her the Daedric relic you recovered from her vault. Let her study it and extract its secrets. Perhaps some of her memories will become clear when she examines it.
Tell me more about Mimics.
Simply put, a Mimic is a Daedra's true name. Some of us have many, others only one. If another knows these secret names, they can wield great power and influence over the Daedra they belong to. Mortals use them in their incantations to compel us.
So, what do you think an ego-mimic is?
As a guess, it might be a stronger, more potent version of a Mimic. If we gain access to it, we might be able to weaken Mehrunes Dagon. Perhaps even banish him to the darkest corner of the Deadlands, as the Longhouse Emperors intimated.
Why do you think Sombrin is doing this? He was our friend.
As we have discussed at length, friendship is an alien concept to my kind. I cannot comment on why mortals do the things they do. And I see little point in spending time agonizing over what could have been. Our time is better spent devising a plan.
How will we find Sombrin then?
Let us solve one problem at a time, mortal. The relic first, then Sombrin. He has studied the Mysterium Xarxes and gained the power of 2 of the 3 remaining ambitions. He will make his way to Mehrunes Dagon's side as soon as he is able.
How will he take? How did he take Kalia's powers from her?
Between his research and the knowledge Sombrin already had that helped Kalia control her power, he apparently figured out a way. Remember, he saw Vandacia absorb Destron's power. He may have extrapolated, or he found something in that cursed book.
That's fair.
It's just one thing after another, isn't it? I've barely had time to process the fact that I'm an ambition, or even learn what that really means. I'm sorry I couldn't stop Sombrin from taking Kalia's powers. It all happened so fast.
We found this in your vault. Do you know what it is?
I had a vault? Yes. I remember something about a place where they put me when I was being trained by Sister Seldina. Let me see. It does feel familiar. Like trying to remember a dream upon waking. Am I supposed to do something with this?
We think it might be useful against Sombrin and Mehrunes Dagon.
Then I better remember what it is and how to use it, right? Put the relic on the table over there. Let me get a better look at it. Maybe something will come to me.
Okay.
Mehrunes Dagon provided parts of
That was like a
himself to
D8.
create the 4 ambitions. These parts make up his egonymic and give the ambitions their power. The egonymic can be used to weaken Dagon, to compel him back to oblivion should the need to do so arise. All 4 parts of the egonymic must be used to even attempt this course of action. We will only use it as a last resort.
I know this. A low and constant hum at the back of my mind. A part of me, but also a part of something else. I think that's how we recognized each other, Sombrin and me.
So, the Longhouse Emperors were not as reckless as I thought. Mortal, I have an idea. As I surmised, the egonymic is a more powerful version of a mimic. Perhaps only the princes have them, since I never heard of them before. Sombrin has 2, perhaps even 3 of the 4. We cannot allow him to return that power to Mehrunes Dagon.
You said you had an idea?
Sombrin was able to take Kalia's power. His summoning of Destron's spirit at the summit suggests he also has Destron somehow, as well as his own. We need to do what he did and steal that power from him for ourselves.
Can you do that?
Oh, not me, little mortal. The Anchorite. She's the 4th ambition. If Sombrin truly seeks Dagon, then he's heading for the prince's capital, Destruction's Solace. We need someone who can lead us through that fortress so we can intercept him.
Do you have someone in mind?
Who else but Arox the Mutilator? The Daedrat was once Mehrunes Dagon's most powerful general. He must have visited the city multiple times over the centuries. Arox crawled off toward the shambles when I told him I had no time to remove his curse.
I'll go to the shambles and find Arox.
And while you track down Arox, I will gather what allies I can. We will need more than those of us here to breach the walls of Solace and take on Sombrin. Meet me at Wretched Spire. Dagon's gaze never reaches that corner of the Deadlands.
Alright.
We'll go with Lyrinth and gather as many allies as we can. And I'll talk with Kalia. She was with Sombrin for a long time. She must have some idea how he stole her power. If not, maybe together we can figure it out.
So you think you can steal the power from Sombrin?
If he could do it, I don't see why not. I just need to get a handle on these powers I suddenly have. I want to be careful, too. Sombrin gave in to the dark part inside of him. The part that belongs to Mehrunes Dagon. I don't want that to happen to me.
So you're confident that you can deal with Sombren?
Not by myself. I surprised him at a Nyalok summit, and he didn't have complete control of Kalia's power yet. We'll probably need to throw everything we have at him. Weaken him, distract him. Then maybe, I'll have a chance.
You mean I'll have a chance, because I'll be the one actually bashing the living daylights out of him.
You know my friend, the one who defected from the Waking Flame. He says something big is about to happen in the Deadlands.
Bree reluctantly decides to take the bait. To what does your friend refer?
No one knows. Or no one's saying. But Mehrunes Dagon is calling every Daedra that can swing a sword to his throne.
Bree considers the might
Hey,
of
thanks.
Dagon's collected legions. Little could withstand such an assault.
Yes, I post all my videos up on YouTube. I'll put another link in the chat in just a moment to the video list, but I update it every week. So, give me 5 boats of 1 square love? I don't get that. I'm sorry. And it's also my 3-year anniversary of streaming too. Okay. We're actually trying to finish up the Deadlands DLC today is our goal. So we are that's why we're going into overtime today. There's only 2 quests left, so I'm trying to finish. Oh, okay. It's hard to, the PS4 doesn't show them as emotes, so. I see now. Thank you. There's the link to the YouTube playlist where I post all of the videos. I also have them broken down by yearly DLCs as well. So if you'd rather watch them that way, you can just find and select that that and just watch all the different content from that DLC. We are currently let's see, so we finished the Deadlands DLC and we stopped the invasion of Fargrave by the Incarnates. Now we are we have discovered the 4th ambition, and we are gathering our allies for one final assault on Mehrunes Dagon. So we're getting ready to go to war with the Daedric Prince.
My master Nifazon, the shadow that screams eternal, will not be pleased. Perhaps you've heard of him?
The shadow that screams eternal. Oh dear. Somebody's been bit on the shoulder. Or clawed, I'm not sure which.
This matter does not concern you, mortal. The Daedrat will be dealt with soon enough. Do not needlessly involve yourself in the Grasp's affairs unless you are ready to deal with the consequences.
That Daedrat is a friend of mine.
This creature is your pet. He killed the mortal of a very prominent Daedra. I am prepared to take him to our holding cells. If you want him released to your custody instead, you will have to compensate the Daedra.
How do I do that?
The stricture recognizes the destruction of Daedric property as a crime. But since the only loss was a mortal life, a fine is considered acceptable recompense. If you pay it, I will consider the matter finished.
I'll pay the fine.
This compensation is adequate. The Daedrat is free to go.
Master, you came back for me.
That's it? What about my dead guard?
Acceptable compensation has been
Thank you
received.
for freeing me again, mortal master. I shall shred the ankles of your foes once more. Claw out their eyes and snip at their hair. Whatever you ask of me.
We need your help getting into Destruction Solace.
You wish to challenge Mehrunes Dagon in his own city? A bold strategy. But I have come to expect nothing less from you, Master. Destruction Solace is a quiet, haunted place. Ghosts prowl the streets, and Mehrunes Dagon basks in their agony.
Do you know how to get inside?
Oh, very much so. Arox has been there many times. The city walls are impenetrable, even by magical means. But I know of one specific location that would allow Lyrinth to portal us through, if she is still a part of this.
Yes, she's gathering allies at Wretched Spire. Will you join us?
You can count on your faithful servant. It will be my honor to fight alongside you once more. You do remember that when mortals die, they usually don't come back, though, right? I have no such concerns for myself, but Master, I worry about you.
There's no reason to worry. Because of some shenanigans in Cold Harbor, my character comes back from the dead when they're killed. Hop in my pack, Arox.
Let us make haste, Master.
Whoops, did not mean to do that. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like that. I'm not affiliated with either YouTube or Twitch, so I can't do anything like that. So, but I appreciate you thinking of me and you being here. Okay, you have a great day, and thank you for stopping in. Like I said, we're going to be here for a little bit longer. I'm going to completely finish up this storyline today before I log off. So next week we'll be starting something new. So. Going to Wretched Spire. I don't know, I don't feel like I make good enough content at the moment to do things like that. Like, if my content ever improved or I had more streamers, like, maybe, but, like, I don't feel like I stream often enough to warrant something like that currently. Because I only stream once a week right now.
Finally. Now we can begin.
This is your army. Were I still in possession of my true form, the ground would shake with my laughter.
This part is directly just stolen from Endgame at this point. She snaps her fingers. Portals open and all of our allies from this year just come pouring out of the portals.
This we can work with. I know a spot where you can open a portal into Dagon City.
Very good, Aarox. Come, mortal. We have plans to finalize.
Let me talk with some of our friends. There's the commander. There's the three winds. There's Elam Drelis, Keshu the Black Fin, Kalia, of course.
Many allies. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry I can't join you in this fight. I wouldn't be much use to you without my power. And I'm not sure I want to see how this ends anyway. It will be too painful.
We have to stop Sombra and Kelia. We need to recover your power and give it to the Anchorite.
I know. I trust you. It's hard though. I still care for him. We were all each other had for a time. But I'm under no illusions. I know he's beyond saving. He's no longer the Sombran I once knew.
Sorry. First your brother and then your friend.
This is a pretty impressive force. Lyrinth didn't seem too optimistic about finding allies. And I think she underestimated your influence on people.
You think this will be enough?
I've never taken on a Daedric prince before, so I can't say for sure. But I'd put my gold on us. If anyone can find a way to stop Mehrunes Dagon, it's you. You'll see this through. And I'll be right by your side when we face Sombran.
Well, here we are. It's strange remembering how all this started. But we're going to end it now, right? We'll stop Sombran, and we'll stop Mehrunes Dagon too.
We'll do our best.
Great. It'll be easy. We'll just sneak right in and pop Sombran and Mehrunes Dagon right on the nose. It's just like that time when Investigator Vale... Huh. You know, I don't think Investigator Vale ever dealt with the Daedric Prince.
We really need to have a talk about the difference between literature and reality, Evely.
Even facing terrible and certain death, your allies come. You have built this army. Now you must lead it to glory. My whiskers quiver in anticipation of the coming battle.
Do you think we stand a chance?
Oh, not at all. But the attempt
It will be glorious.
I mean,
No, oh, of course, Master.
it will be difficult, but I will be there to assist you. Right up until the very end.
Champion. As promised, the Bladebearer clan will fight by your side.
You have my thanks.
A magnificent battle awaits us within Destruction's solace. Many will surely die. It is invigorating. Your allies stand by your side, honored to lay down their lives for you. Tell me, are you truly prepared for this?
I'm ready to stop Mehrunes Dagon.
Good. You will need that conviction in order to emerge victorious. Do not let your stance waver, even for an instant. If you allow yourself even a shred of weakness, Mehrunes Dagon will exploit it. Of that you can be certain.
I gathered allies, those who have fought by your side in the past. You've certainly accumulated a lot of them in your travels. Let us hope that between them and the Daedrat's knowledge of the fortress, it will be enough.
What's our plan, Lyrinth?
I will open a portal to get us inside the walls of the city, as Aarox suggests. After that, our allies deal with the bulk of Solus's defenses, while we try to intercept Sombran before he turns over his power to Mehrunes Dagon.
What if Sombran was already given his power to Mehrunes Dagon?
Optimism will serve us better than pessimism in this mortal. But the sooner we begin, the better. Take a moment to speak with your allies if you want. Then let me know when you are ready.
I'm ready to go.
Pay heed to Arox the Mutilator, Daedra and mortals! Make haste to Destruction Solace! It lies west of here, where the Sever becomes the Burn! To glory!
Look at this. Imperials and Argonians and Daedra and... yeah, mostly Imperials and Daedra and Argonians. There's one Dark Elf. Just the one Dark Elf. The rest are Imperials, Daedra, and... oh, and one Wood Elf. We have a little bit of a variety going on here. Just a little bit. So looking at the time, what I think we're going to do is we will finish the battle with Mirror's Dagon, and then I will call it there. And then we'll do the wrap-up quest, because the last quest is always the wrap-up of the year event. So we'll do that one next week before we jump into new content. If that won't take very long, probably half an hour at most, if even that. Because we have to talk to everybody and stuff, and I realize that's going to take too long. I don't really want to go to 4 hours today if I can help it, so... Here it is. We've arrived at Destruction Solace.
The gates are undefended. Is that normal?
No. Never. Master. Be
Here's
careful.
our army.
I smell a trap.
Drothus. I don't remember him showing up. Because I didn't see him just a minute ago at the thing. I don't remember what he's from. Okay, well, we're ready to go inside. Destruction Solace. Some say that the Citadel City of Destruction Solace serves as Mirror's Dagon's seat of power in the Deadlands. Others insist it's just one of the many fortifications the Prince of Destruction utilizes as he tours the width and breadth of his domain. Oh man, there's a fog of war up. We need to be careful, guys.
To battle my legions? Foolish mortals. I have already won.
I don't like the sound of that.
Hey,
oh no.
What's happening?
We're being separated.
Run!
Oh no. Evelyn, no!
Relax, mortal. I have you.
Lyrith.
I was barely able to get a hold of you before the spell dispersed you along with the others. I was a fool to think we could challenge a Daedric prince. Mehrunes Dagon is one step ahead of us and we've already lost.
We're not done yet, Lyrith. Where are the others?
Fighting for their lives, scattered to the far corners of this fortress, no doubt. You do not possibly have time to find them all. Mehrunes Dagon seeks to distract you from reaching Sombren. Do not lose sight of that goal. Good luck, little mortal.
Good luck. Where are you going?
We have reached that point we knew was coming. The place where our paths diverge. You must deal with Sombren for the sake of your world, while I seek the knowledge I came here to acquire. I think I know what Dagon has planned, though.
You do? What's Mayor's Dagon planning to do?
Complete the bargain made with the Longhouse Emperors. He will use Sombren to access Nirn, then take back the power of the Ambitions in order to merge your world with the Deadlands. It was his plan all along. I do hope you survive, mortal.
I need your help, Lirith.
Your needs are irrelevant and no longer my concern. Find your way through the fog. Perhaps you can gather your allies along the way. Remember, you must defeat Sombren and employ the Egonimic against Mehrunes Dagon before he merges the worlds.
Come on, Mary. It's just you and me right now. Evely!
Hey, partner! Up here! The anchorite ran ahead. I can see a door on the other side. Keep going! Still here. Asking. You made it. Great. Come on. Sombren is close. I can sense him.
You are insects. Less than insects. With the power of the Ambitions, soon Nirn shall be mine.
Get down. Stay low.
This way. Follow me.
Soon the pact will be fulfilled. My victory is inevitable. What was freely given has nurtured, and will be freely returned.
But now I'm going to.
Aerox.
Go, Master! I will shred the feet of any who pursue you! Hurry, Master! Do not stop on my account! You must prevent Sombren from giving his power to Mehrunes Dagon!
He killed that giant four-armed beast, by the way. As a Daedrat.
Sombren, when I begin the merging, I will need the power of the Ambitions to complete it.
This is the first time I've actually done this quest at the same time as somebody else before, because it seemed like every other time I did this there was nobody else here. I really like having someone else help take care of the enemy, just making it go much faster than me having to stop to...
The way to the mortal realm is clear.
Yes, Lord Dagon. Your will is my
No! I cannot hold him. He's too powerful. One moment. I will gather your allies.
That was brutal. Is anyone hurt?
The Blade Bearers are here, Liren.
Mehrunes Dagon's assault on Nirn has begun. You have one chance to stop him from taking the mortal world. Do not waste it.
Let's go. To Sundercliff. Fort Sundercliff. Fort Sundercliff rises over the village of Sundercliff, located on the scenic Nibene Basin. Once it defended the border between Cyrodiil and the eastern provinces of Morrowind and Blackmarsh, but it currently sits abandoned due to cutbacks and the ongoing war further to the north. Man, it looks like it's pretty overgrown, and the Three Banners War hasn't been going on that long. Okay, we have to reclaim.
Sombrin is transferring his power to Mehrunes Dagon. We must separate the key from the lock.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
The weapons here and use them to distract Dagon as you get closer to Sombrin. Prevent Sombrin from transferring his power. Go!
I'll be taking this.
I'm with you, champion. We will defeat them together. More beasts incoming. Be ready. Weapons to good use.
We will draw Dagon's attention from here. Get to Sombrin.
To work, comrades.
This is your great plan, champion. Throwing pebbles? I will teach you true destruction. There you are. The doomed leader of this pathetic rebellion. Tell me, are your people prepared for your death?
I will not allow you to interfere!
Married. Have you come to fulfill your purpose?
Dagon, please, help me!
There you are. So this is where you choose to die.
It ends here! I'll pull the ego mimic from him. Use it against Dagon.
Using it now.
Right now!
Yes, I dare.
Strike me.
Watch out, Miri.
Your world is mine, mortals.
I'm getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Arise, Sombrin. I still have use of you.
Why are you fighting me? What, death squads have died for nothing?
Hi, your shield finally ran out.
Dagon, I cannot do this on my own. Aid me.
I'll draw the ego mimic out of Sombra.
Using it now.
You will pay for that.
Go! Attack now!
Be free.
Where'd you go?
Arrogant vermin.
Hold on, I need a moment. I really don't like your odds.
Ambition. There is still work to be done.
I will not fail you.
You're a severe disappointment, Destro.
I am the Lord of fire and blood.
Oh, Evely's helping. And Lyrith's here.
Remora, why do you oppose me?
Ha! Take this.
Insolent pests, you will fall.
Sovereign's dead.
I'll pull the ego mimic from him. Use it against Dagon.
Using it now.
I guess.
Or trying to use it now.
Use the ego mimic against Mayroon's Dagon. Right now. Back on your feet.
Alright, last stretch. One more.
Do you think you've won? That you could triumph over me? Fools. You have only seen a fraction of my power.
We stand with you, champion.
Our allies are here.
If you wish to die together, so be it.
Okay, this is gonna get dicey. Come on, Mari Reed, get out the last piece.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Not Mayroon's Dagon. Aim for the Ash Titan.
We can't keep this up. It's too much.
Anchorite, it is time. Call forth the final piece of the economic.
Hold on while I summon the power. Now, champion, use the ego mimic against Dagon.
Farewell, Dagon. Back to oblivion with you.
This cannot be. Curse you, mortal. I am absolute.
I am inevitable.
We did it.
That one put up
He's
a fight,
gone.
didn't they?
Such a
Is it
drama
really
queen.
over?
Well done, little mortal. You were successful.
I have the power of all 4 ambitions now. It feels like my head is going to burst.
Then I shall
Finders
relieve you
keepers,
of it,
as
Anchorite.
they say.
Liren, what are you doing?
Now Lyrith has the power of all 4 ambitions.
You have done well, mortals. Your realm is safe. I I consider our venture together a success, but we must part ways. That portal will take you back to Wretched Spire. I have what I need. We will not see each other again.
The power of the ambitions. She took it all.
Of course she did.
But the ego mimic worked. We defeated Dagon. We really did it.
Let's get out of here. Come on, guys. We have arrived.
I'm so used to running off to the next disaster, it feels strange to have a moment of peace. Am I dreaming, or do we really have a moment to breathe?
You're not dreaming. But it is odd, isn't it?
You did it! You banished Mehrunes Dagon and saved Tamriel. How does it feel being a big hero and all that? None of this would have been possible without you, you know. You were right there from the very beginning.
Tamriel should be safe from Mayor Dagon now.
Absolutely. Tamriel owes us a huge clap on the back, if I do say so myself. It's been a long journey, but we're finally at the end. Let's enjoy this victory. We certainly earned it. And you, most of all. You big hero, you. Now that the dust has settled, I'm not really sure what to do with myself. I suppose we should probably check in with a few people. Word probably travels fast with something this big, but we can't count on that.
Who do you want to check in with?
As many as we can. Let's get everyone in the same place so we can all collectively catch our breath. Everything happened so fast after we kicked Dagon in his ugly face, we didn't really get a chance to talk. Maybe we could all meet in Leywin?
What do you need me to do?
I'd tell you to put up your feet, but I know you better than that by now. You never sit still for long. So I say we head to Fargrave and start by checking in with Kalia and Madam Wim first. We don't even know if they've heard what happened yet.
I'll meet you in Fargrave then.
I'll meet you in Fargrave at the House of Wims. Once we talk to Madam Wim and Kalia, we can decide who to track down next.
What about Lyrinth?
Oh, that. I was trying not to think too hard about it. Thought it might spoil the celebration. Nothing puts a damper on a job well done like a Daedra who you sort of thought was your friend deciding to steal the powers of the ambitions, huh?
What do you think she's going to do with all that power?
I don't know, and I'm not sure I want to know. I never really understood why she was helping us in the first place, but I didn't question it. Now I have to wonder if this was her plan all along, and what she's going to do next.
Lyrinth's been an ally to us so far.
That's true, but she's still a Daedra at the end of the day, isn't she? I hope you're right. She was with us every step of the way on our mission to stop Mehrunes Dagon. We couldn't have done it without her help. That has to mean something.
And that's where we're going to end off for today, everyone. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next week as we finish the Deadlands DLC, the Gates of Oblivion, a year-long adventure, and start the Daggerfall Covenant questline, because I'm still pretty sure that that's where we're going next year. So I could be wrong, and if that turns out to be wrong, we will adjust accordingly. But that's what the plan is for now. Anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you next week, everyone. Have a great evening.